Hello, welcome to Sunday School.
Dun dun dun!
It is good to be with you. We are here, Bethany and Ben, on the fourth Sunday of Advent. A little hard to believe, if you ask me. We are already almost to Christmas. Our season of waiting and preparing for the birth of Jesus is about done. Jesus is about to be born. Whenever we get closer and closer to Christmas, I always think of that Christmas story, all the tales of the angels and the shepherds and the farm animals and the magi. And I'm curious who or what your favorite character is in the Christmas story. And I hope you at home are thinking about this too. Who's your favorite character? Ben? Do you have a favorite?
The donkey holds a very special place in my heart.
The donkey. Interesting. And why is that?
Well,
An unexpected answer. Yes.
so Christmas Eve at the church, we do the acting out, right?
Yes, the nativity.
And so
Or the pageant, we sometimes call it, yes.
the very first time, or at least the first time I remember being in it, I was the donkey. And I was really little, maybe 2. I'm probably
I don't think you were that
3 and a half.
You were pretty young, yes. Many, many moons ago.
Yeah, and so I was so excited because I got to be with the big kids and stay up late. And I had these cool, huge ears and a tail.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I was so excited.
Oh, yeah. And I really wish I had a picture of this because when he says he had huge ears, very huge, your grandma had made those for you, right? Yes. So that is an interesting choice, more sort of a choice from your memory, right? An emotional choice for Ben to choose the donkey, which makes sense, absolutely. But, technically, the donkey is not actually mentioned in the scriptural version of the Christmas story. But that's okay, because donkeys were very popular animals back then. So we assume that maybe Mary and Joseph used a donkey in their travels to get to Bethlehem. Maybe there was a donkey in the stable where Jesus was born. So that's a good choice. Even if a donkey isn't specifically mentioned, I'm sure there was a donkey around. So I hope you at your house might have a discussion maybe about everyone's favorite character. And I'm thinking of that because one of the main characters in the story, obviously, is Mary.
Jesus. Oh, no, I got it wrong.
Yes, one of the main characters in the story is Jesus. But Mary was sort of an important part of that whole story. And she really is who we have been focusing on in our Sunday school lessons. And we're actually going to hear just a little bit more about Mary today. But before we do that, let's have our song. Our song today, Go Tell It on the Mountain. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. While shepherds keep their watching, or silent flocks by night, behold through the heavens there shone a holy light. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. All right, we do have a lot of going and telling in the Christmas story. The angels who tell the shepherds about Jesus' birth, the shepherds who go to visit Jesus and then go tell the good news to the people, and even way back before that, an angel comes to Mary to tell her even that she is going to be Jesus' mother. Lots of telling of that good news, which is good. We want to share the story. So, before we get to the story, let's light our Advent candles, shall we?
Fire.
We are going to light all 4, not the white one. This is our Christmas Eve Christ candle, but we are going to light the candle of hope, the candle of peace, the candle of joy. We talked about that one last week. And then today is the candle of love.
Oh, that one didn't work.
Love is the theme. Oh my goodness, our doorbell's going off. Do you hear that?
Fancy.
Whoa, well, we're just going to keep on rolling here. All right, so our candle of love is lit right there. So We're thinking about love this week, and lots of different ways to think about love. But whenever I think about love, I often think about family. Mm-hmm. Family, that's one of the places I hope that we really feel love. Unfortunately, not everyone has a loving family. But Mary had some relatives that were very important to her and that she loved very much. So, I just mentioned, an angel came to tell Mary that she was going to be the mother of Jesus, and it was shocking news, very unexpected news. So what she did after she heard that news is she went to visit one of her family members named Elizabeth. And that's the story that we're going to hear today, all right? I'm reading out of this Spark Story Bible.
It's a beautiful Bible.
Which is a really, really good children's Bible. If you're looking for a children's Bible, it's a good one. And it has these fun illustrations in it, too.
Head.
If you're listening on the podcast, you can't see, but there's a nice picture of Mary visiting Elizabeth, who was also expecting a child. So here's the story. One day, Mary hurried to visit her cousin Elizabeth. She had an exciting surprise to share. Elizabeth was going to have a baby, and Mary wanted to tell her that she was going to have a baby too. "Hello, Elizabeth," Mary called when she arrived at the house. "Are you surprised to see me?" Elizabeth stared at Mary with big, wide eyes. She was so excited to see Mary that she didn't know what to say. The sound of Mary's voice even made the baby inside Elizabeth wiggle and squirm for joy. Without even asking, Elizabeth knew the secret Mary wanted to tell her. With tears in her eyes, she hugged Mary warmly and said, "Mary, God has blessed you more than any other woman, and God has blessed the baby you will have. Can you guess how I know? As soon as you said hello to me, my own baby wiggled with happiness inside of me. Because you believe God keeps promises, you have been blessed." Now, you know what comes right after that story?
I acted it out, by the way.
I saw that! Oh, no,
acting.
I saw that. That was good. So right after that story, then comes the song that Mary sings that we have been looking at the last 3 weeks.
Angels we have her.
Mary visits Elizabeth, hears about how blessed she is, and then she bursts into song about God's greatness. All right. So, of course, we have some wondering questions about that story, right?
I wonder when Elizabeth welcomed Mary, when she saw her at her doorstep, I wonder what you think Mary felt like when Elizabeth welcomed her like that.
Yeah. Now, that's interesting because Mary had some news that was a little shocking, a little surprising. It wasn't necessarily a given that Elizabeth was going to, welcome her with love.
True.
She could have been like, "What? What are you talking about? You're crazy." She didn't do that, though. All right. Elizabeth says that Mary is blessed, and the baby that Mary will give birth to is blessed. That's a lot of blessing. So I wonder what you understand that word blessed to mean. I wonder who else you know who is blessed. We talked about blessing a lot when we were talking about the Beatitudes. All right.
It's Elizabeth's welcome of Mary that invites Mary to sing. I wonder how we can invite one another in that same way.
Imagine being such a loving presence to someone that they are moved to song.
I break out in song, and you do too, so we must be doing good.
We do break out into song quite a bit around here. All right, I wonder, who has helped to make God's promises come true in your life? Elizabeth was a really special and important person in Mary's life, and we need those people in our lives. Sometimes it's family members, like Elizabeth was a family member to Mary. Sometimes it's other people. It doesn't necessarily have to be family, but so important that we have those meaningful and important relationships. All right, let's sing just the chorus now of Go Tell It on the Mountain, okay? One more time. The importance of sharing the good news of God. Here we go. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain, that Jesus Christ is born. All right. Will you share our prayer of love today? Okay.
Do whatever you do, like cross your hands, bow your head, whatever you want. Generous one.
Generous one.
Thank you for all the ways we are loved.
Thank you for all the ways we are loved.
Thank you for all the ways we can love.
Thank you for all the ways we can love.
Teach us to listen closely to each other.
Teach us to listen closely to each other.
And to our world.
And to our world.
For all the ways and places love is shared.
For all of the ways and places love is shared.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you for being with us, and we hope you have a very Merry Christmas! Bye-bye.